You caught me eating. No surprises there. I know what you're thinking. That was one of them little hot dog sausages. It has a little bit of cheese in. I just took it straight from the fridge. I mean, you can eat them cold, can't you? Well, I've been eating them cold for a while now, and it's not affected me. So, Charlotte and Robert's grandma has passed away, God bless her. That's that. So we don't need to go into that, but I've just got to be dad, and if needed I'll be there. And granddad as well. I must tell you this. Charlotte told me this. And I don't know what you're like in your life. We have a very dry and sense of humour. We try to laugh and joke about things in life. It gets you through life, I think. And it certainly helps a little bit. For example, when my mum was in hospital and she was on her way out, I just bought her a TV, huge television, and it was still in the box when she went into hospital. I said, "I will deal with that when you come out, ma'am." And I sat with my mum one day in hospital, and I says to her, "Don't feel bad, ma'am." She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, don't feel bad. I bought you that telly." I said, "It's got like a return thing on it, like 30 days." She was like, "You cheeky little, don't be saying things like that. Just them little jokes that you have in it." I don't know if that's supposed to be. Anyway, this wasn't an intentional joke. So Charlotte last night was watching a film with Harry, my grandson, her son, and Charlotte had said to Harry. Obviously, Grandma at that point was in hospital. She said to Harry, they put a film on, and Charlotte said, "Oh, it's one of Grandma's favourite films. This, was it Grandma? Yeah, Grandma. No, great Grandma, isn't it? Maybe they call her Grandma to him. I don't know, but that was the story I got told. Charlotte said, "I watch this with Grandma all the time." And little Harry said, "You won't watch it anymore, will you?" But I don't think he realised what he said, if that makes sense. We laughed about it. Charlotte said to me today, she said, "Brutal or what? That was savage, Dad, wasn't it? Savage." And I said, "He's definitely an Oldham, isn't he?" And she went, "Yeah." You gotta laugh, right? You gotta laugh. So, we need to move away from all that kind of stuff. I appreciate you guys are there, for the kids or me or whatever when shit happens. But at the same time, we don't want to overdo it. So, in life, I'm very much one of these people where I can be that when something's happened, it's happened, and you've got to crack on. Otherwise, you do go loop the loop. What we're going to do is we are going to talk about Liverpool versus Tottenham. I thought we'd do something different because I'm desperate to change the topics on here, all right? And let's have a look. So Liverpool defender Ibrahima Konate is unavailable after missing the win at West Ham United to allow... that hot dog's coming back. No, it's not coming back. To allow recovery time while Naby Keita is back in training. Jota should feature despite being forced off at the London Stadium after sustaining a blow to his back, but Roberto Firmino remains out. Tottenham Hotspur have no new injury concerns for the trip to Anfield. Captain Hugo Lloris is still sidelined due to the hip problem sustained against Newcastle United. Now, Chris Sutton's prediction. Yeah, I know you guys want to know what Chris Sutton thinks. He says, in some ways, Liverpool's approach will suit Tottenham because Jurgen Klopp's side will dominate the ball and Trent Alexander-Arnold will leave gaps behind him when he goes into the centre of midfield, as he does in his new inverted role. Spurs showed a bit of character, as Brendan Rodgers would say, to fight back for a draw against Manchester United, but I really can't back them to get anything here because they have been so disappointing all season. Yeah, we haven't. Liverpool are on a roll with 3 successive wins and they still want a top 4 spot. Too fucking right we do. To have any chance of that, the Reds need to win every game they have left, and even that probably won't be enough. Prediction 3-1 to Liverpool. Head-to-head, Liverpool have lost just 1 of their past 20 Premier League games against Spurs, while they are unbeaten in 10 meetings since a 4-1 loss at Wembley in October 2017. And Spurs have won on just 2 of their last 35 league visits to Anfield, most recently in May 2011. Liverpool have earned 3 straight league wins despite conceding in each game. They have conceded 4 goals in their past 2 Premier League home games, as many as they had in their previous 9 fixtures at Anfield. The Reds could let in 2 or more goals in 3 consecutive league games at Anfield for the first time since September 2012. Mo Salah, as Fabrizio Romano would scream at us, has scored 7 Premier League goals versus Tottenham since joining Liverpool in 2017. It seems a lot longer, that. Anyway, the highest tally by any player during this period. He scored both goals in Liverpool's 2-1 win at Spurs in the reverse fixture this season. Cody Gakpo has been directly involved in 28 goals in 29 league appearances for PSV and Liverpool this season, scoring 15 and assisting 13. And Trent Alexander-Arnold has provided 5 assists in his past 4 Premier League appearances, 1 more than in his previous 40 top-flight games. All 5 of his assists have come in April, all the most in a single Premier League month by any Liverpool player. Sorry, I'll read that again. All 5 of his assists have come in April, the most in a single Premier League month by any Liverpool player. Remy's decided to play with that ball again. Every time I start recording a video and talking, it's like a woman wanting a bit of attention, isn't he? Wish you could see him. Looks like he's having a seizure. What are you doing? Anyway, Tottenham are winless in 5 Premier League away games, losing 3, the same tally of defeats as in their previous 16 matches on the road. Spurs have conceded 31 away league goals this season, their most in a single campaign since letting in 35 in 2008-09. They've only kept 2 league clean sheets outside of London this season, doing so in victories at Forest and Brighton. 6 of Tottenham's last 7 Premier League goals against Liverpool have been scored by either Harry Kane, 3, or Son, 3. Overall, Kane has scored 8 times against Liverpool in the division, a figure only surpassed by Andy Cole's tally of 11. I find that interesting. Harry Kane has scored in each of his last 3 Premier League away games, with Spurs failing to win all 3. The last player to score in 4 consecutive away appearances without winning was Stephen Fletcher between April and September 2012. What do you think about Harry Kane, guys? Would you ever like to have seen him at Liverpool? Do you rate him? Do you like him? Sometimes I get a bit... I've got to be honest, I don't know why. I'm not usually like this, but sometimes when I hear people ranting about how great he is, I tend to turn my nose up a bit. I'm like, do you know what I mean? I don't know why, because I've got nothing against the kid. Or Tottenham. The wife, she supports Tottenham. Yeah. I have, Tottenham supporting followers. You know, that watch my videos. You know, Tottenham fans watch my videos. I don't have a problem with Tottenham. I've got quite a few Tottenham fans on my Facebook. And the meltdowns that they've been having of late is something else. I mean, we talk about how we, don't like our ownership or whatever. Or many Liverpool fans, I'm not speaking for you individually. Maybe you're okay with FSG, but they can't stand all that there. So they're always talking about, why isn't there a protest? Why is there only a few people turning out for a protest? And I seen it on I read about this recently actually, but I did see the advertising boards at the Spurs recently where it said go-karting coming to, their stadium soon, and that just says it all, doesn't it? There's no problem with a club making money, we know that, But like at a time when everything's going wrong, you don't want to be seeing advertising boards around the stadium saying go-karting coming soon. Go-karting. If you were a Spurs fan, you'd go mental at that, wouldn't you? It's like they're not switched on up here, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like if you were Levy or Levy, however you pronounce his name, would you not think that they'd go like, we need to leave off the go-karting for a bit, you know, because it might send them a bit mental, you know. These people, I mean, like, Liverpool, I don't know, guys. I remember many years ago, there was a Liverpool car, and I don't follow racing, right? Proper racing, whatever I don't mean horse racing. I don't know if it was something to do with, who remembers? It was something to one of them cars that looks like a Formula 1 car, and it was red, and it was Liverpool colours and badges and everything, and it was going to compete in this, that and the other. Were they like trying to create a league of like football clubs having a, you know, a representation in like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's just pretty cool in some ways. Barcelona, I think, have like Barcelona basketball team, don't they, and stuff like that. But, you know, Liverpool can have all these. I'm not even interested in Liverpool ladies. I couldn't give a shit. I'm not interested in anything other than Liverpool Football Club. And I guess when you're really obsessed with Liverpool, maybe you'd be like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like there's a basketball league and there's a Liverpool league. I come on, Liverpool, but it's just not. It's not Liverpool, is it? But Tottenham, I watched a video about their, you know, their pitch and stuff like that. If you ever get a chance, go on YouTube and have a look at the how their pitch works and things like that. It's incredible. But you know, like, I'm old school, so when you see like, you know, American football played on your pitch, or when they start talking about having concerts on the pitch and things like that, even though they can take the pitches out and you maximise the stadium, I kind of like, I understand it, but like Anfield to me has always been a sacred place, you know, and this is how old school I am, you know, seeing the Kop look so small now, I find that a little bit upsetting. I know it's stupid and you've got to move forward and you can say, oh, that stand looks amazing, but the Kop used to be such a psychological 12th man, you know what I mean? But I know, you know, things change with things have changed in stadiums, atmospheres and things like that. I don't know, I was talking to my mate recently, the plumber that came to fix my two sinks and my loo. I tell you everything on here. Well, if you follow my videos, you'll know he's a Bristol Rovers supporter, and he was telling me how great it is following that team and how different it is to top flight football. And I can understand some of that. I think he was saying he took a mate to see maybe Bristol play or something, and he was an Arsenal fan or something like that, and he said he was like, he really enjoyed it, you know. I can't remember what team he said he supported. I'm sure it was Arsenal. But he said his mate really enjoyed it and saw another part of football. Like, if you've only ever been to see Liverpool play, you know, or a Premier League side, if you're a supporter of another club, then you don't know what it's like, you know. Same as they probably don't understand the excitement of seeing the greatest players, you know, at Anfield, for example. So there's pros and cons to where you watch football, whether it's a top flight game or down the divisions. You know, if I lived back home in Scarborough now, you know, I would actually go now to watch Scarborough, my local team, which I did when I was a young teenager and that. But when you're a kid and when you're growing up, you want to have an interest in the top flight, don't you? You know, so it's understandable. And you know, back then Scarborough, I think Scarborough when I used to go when I was younger, I think it cost like a tenner or something like that, but you could go a little bit further and go and watch Leeds United play for 15. And a lot of people had that attitude, going, I'm going to go and watch Leeds play, you know, high quality football and stuff like that. But Scarborough, the football club back then, went bust. It wasn't really run very well. And where the stadium was, it was called McCain Stadium, that got ploughed, and, you know, it's an Aldi or the other one, what's the other one called? Lidl or something like that now, I think. But Scarborough's been reborn again, so they've got Scarborough Athletic now, and they've got their own little new stadium somewhere else. And it's all very exciting, and it seems to be run very well. And it's run by the fans, so I think you can pay 15 quid for a share or something like that, or membership, you know, and you're classed as an owner and you make decisions, and I think all that's great, personally. Don't get me wrong, guys, there's no, you know, I haven't been to Anfield for a very long time, and I got no plans of doing so either. And if it doesn't make me a supporter or a fan, I really don't care. I've done all that. I've done all the travelling. I've been all over, watching Liverpool play, and I miss it. I really do miss it. And maybe because I haven't been for so long is why I have the attitudes that I do. If I lived close to Liverpool, then of course I would, still be going to the games. But I'm more older and miserable now, and the convenience of being at home and watching the games. But you can never replace that atmosphere and the crack the whole day out, And people often argue, which online about fans that attend the games, think that they maybe have more of a right to say something than the fans that don't watch on television. I've been both, and I think that's absolute nonsense. Because when you're at the stadium, again, there's pros and cons. At the stadium, you can see things that's happening off the ball, whereas when you watch on television, the camera is following the action. So the people at home, they get to see things that you don't see sat in your seats or whatever, but the people at the stadium can see off the ball things. So I don't know what you're like, but when I used to go to Anfield, I used to actually spend quite a lot of time, watching the positioning of maybe the defenders, because my seats were right towards the Kop. So in fact, my seats were bang in line with the edge of the area. So I would get to see a lot of the positioning of the defenders while there was an attack at the other end of the pitch. Now, obviously, if there's going to be a chance of a goal, I miss it. I really miss it. But I think it'd be the worst thing in the world if I ever went to a game again. I do, honestly. It'd fuck everything up. Leave it as it is. I don't want to talk too much about me because I do miss it. I really do. And maybe in my videos I say to you, well, I'm not bothered. I think that's probably me just trying to kid myself. Ooh, I tell you what I must tell you guys. Do you remember? I'm sure I will have told you. I know I mentioned it on the members' website. Sky TV. I was recently on a subscription deal with them for 18 months. Every time my subscription is up, I always, try it on, cancel, say I don't want it, to try and get a better deal than what they're offering. And when my last deal was £39 for all the channels, not BT Sport because that's not Sky. £39 for 18 months, and that deal expired recently, and they put that price up to £93. 93. I thought it was 80 something recently, but it was actually 93. And I said, I'm fucking paying that. And I told them that, I said, nah, but I didn't say I'm not fucking paying that. But I said it a bit more politely. I said, no, you're all right, thanks, don't want it. So then what they try and do, as you'll know, please do not pay the full price for Sky Television or Virgin or whoever you're with. You have to go through this, okay? And I just said, no, I don't want it. So I said, we'll put you through to cancellations. And then they put you through to cancellations and, what can we do? What is it? Can we take these channels off? Maybe you don't watch them. That'll bring the price down. Because they'll ask you, they'll say, why do you want to cancel? I'll say, price, I'm not paying it. We could take these channels. No, you're all right. I like the channels I've got. If I'm not going to have them, I'd rather just get rid altogether. Okay, well, unfortunately, I can only, this is the best deal I can offer you today, but I can put you through to, retentions or someone else, whatever, yeah. And then they'll try one more time. And again, they'll knock a little bit more off. And I think from the £93 price, they offered me something like 54 or 55 on my last conversations with them a few weeks ago, and I went, nah, you're all right. And they went, well, this is really the best we can do. And they did this last time. They said, you won't get another offer, Mr. Oldham or whatever. I said, that's fine, it's okay, just cut me off. Now, this year is the first time ever I've actually gone through with being cut off, right? I let it go, because genuinely I just thought, you know what, I've got my IPTV box anyway. I'm the sort of person that I'm happy to pay a fair price. I like to have the reliability of knowing I've got Sky TV, I can watch Liverpool without the stream going off or having to jump from one channel to another. So I quite like that. It's just the principle of cost or whatever. And I think, I let them cut me off, and I just thought, fuck it, so I've been using my IPTV. And anyway, they called me yesterday, and cut a long story short, or shorter, they offered me an 18-month deal, full package, HD, the works, everything apart from BT Sport, for £36 for 18 months. 36, which I've obviously accepted, and it's switched back on again. So the reason I'm telling you all this is, one, I've mentioned it before. Two, just be prepared to have your system, maybe cut off or something, and you can always ring back up if you bottle it. Normally I'm always like, oh God, what if they cut me off? But this time I just thought, fuck it, I'm not going to pay it. Do without it. I only watch the free channels other than the football anyway. So 36 is £3 cheaper than the last 2 years, 18 months or whatever. So please, if you do subscribe legitimately, at any time you can, unless you're on a deal already, they're probably not going to listen to you. But if you're paying full whack, you want to ring them up and just say, oh, I can't afford it, and they'll knock something off. You've got to do it, guys. And I guess, in the UK, you can get very good deals because you can have your broadband, you've got that Sky Q, is it called now, or something? Whereas obviously I'm overseas, and you can't have that here. I mean, they know a lot of people have Sky subscriptions out of the UK. Most of their industry is probably, big subscriber base will be in Spain. They're certainly not going to, you can get, if you live out here, you just go to like my mate Craig, it's a satellite guy. He does the IPTV, he does a great deal for Cop Talk people. I use his, it's great. And I get no kickback from that. I told him, if you can do the best price, I'll waive any, I don't want anything for it. Just give my members, you guys as well, the best deal, and to bring it down even more. And a lot of people do use his thing. I've known him for I must have known him for, about 15 years, He's a good kid. But if you wanted a genuine subscription, he would get you one out here, but you'd pay a bit more. You might pay an extra £10 a month or something like that, because they have to find you a UK address, don't they? Whereas with mine, it's just a case of having your address back home, put your satellite receiver in your suitcase, or I'll get one out here, and you match your card up and away you go. But please do, don't get ripped off by these companies. Anyway, so if you have any opinions about the game against Tottenham, please do let me know. I want to get away from the the other stuff we've been talking about the last few days. There are certain things going on at home that just can't change like other things. I genuinely don't know what's going to happen with that. But I'm happy when we're talking about the football, and I've made a lot of videos today, and that's probably because I'm trying to keep my mind fresh. Do any of you guys play Call of Duty? If you play Call of Duty DMZ, I love that. I go on DMZ with Smooth, man. We really like that. So if any of you want to play Call of Duty DMZ, I won't play any of the other game modes. Let me know in the comments, and even if you cross-platform, I think you can connect up and all that now, can't you? You just got to know your what do they call it? The username on their platform. I don't know. But please do let me know if you want to do that, because Smooth's at work today, so he won't be on there. I spent a bit of time on there yesterday. It keeps the old mind busy. I like it. I went on there with Martin Copman. You'll have seen him. Miserable Martin. He was miserable Martin. We were playing this game yesterday, and you can squad up with another team, right? In the game, you can either kill each other, or you can say, "Look, we're friendly. Do you want to squad up?" Squad. And Martin hadn't really played DMZ. He's new to the game, and Smooth was there saying, "Do you want to squad up, guys? We'll squad up. We'll make a 6. There's 3 of us. We'll make a 6 squad or whatever." And these guys were like, "Yeah, all right then." So Smooth joins their team, and then Martin sees one of these guys, and just start fucking shooting him. We're like, "No, don't shoot him. We're teaming up." And he's like, "Yeah, but he shot dunk. He shot a dunk." Like, you know what I mean? Fucking, I love that, man. Total loyalty. Call of Duty DMZ, if you fancy it, guys. I'll have a bit of that with you. That's it. Another cup of tea done. Not bad. I'm getting through the day. It's almost 12 o'clock. My auntie's just sent me some messages there. Every Saturday, she sends me these gifts that say Happy Saturday. It's a bit of a sarcasm thing, really, because we've had we've had a few ups and downs over the year in our family. She lost my mum, didn't she, her sister, and we're always joking about how shit life is. So every Saturday we send messages to each other saying happy Saturday. It's just pure like sarcasm, you know. Because people always say to me, what are you doing at the weekend, don't? Every day's the same to me. I always go, well, nothing. What about you? So she always sends these messages saying happy Saturday, and they've all come through on there. And she knows what's going on today. She sent me a message earlier. She said, because I messaged and said, I'm just letting you know, Charlotte and Rob's grandma's passed away, because, you know, she knows her. And she was like, oh God, no, I can't really send you happy Saturday messages now. I said, no, please do send happy Saturday messages. Life goes on for some of us, so just want Charlotte and Rob to be alright, and little Larry, bless him. Right, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Don't forget, I'll be live on here at 6 o'clock tonight. Let's not talk about all the, you know, just a thumbs up will do, and we'll move forward. That's all we can do. I'm gonna go and I don't know what. See, I like, people tell me they like watching my videos when I'm having a cup of tea. So if you like, I don't know, why would you be watching anyway? You must know this crap by now. What have we got today? We've got Crystal Palace and West Ham, Brentford and Forest, and Brighton and Wolves. See all tasty stuff tomorrow, innit? Oh, we might watch some, I don't know. Should we have a bet? I like to have a bet on the football, a couple of quid. Gives you a little interest in it. Okay, guys, I was gonna say I'll jog on, but I know you'll laugh. See you 6 tonight if you're around. It won't be a very late night tonight, and I know some of you join 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes even later, when you've been out on the lash, and I'm really hoping that I'm not going to be around then, because I don't think that would be a good idea. Because I don't know what you're like, but I have a good laugh and, you know, listen to the music and all that, and then it sort of like passes. There's no like magic hour, but then sometimes then alcohol can be a depressant, and you go, oh yeah, what about? Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to get to that tonight. Right. I'm sick of drinking tea. We'll have a coffee next. See you in a bit, guys. Let me know what you think about Liverpool, Tottenham. I hope we batter the fuck out of them, to be honest. I'm sorry to my Tottenham supporting friends that are watching this, but you know how it goes. And we that top 4, man. Come on, Liverpool. Let's do it. Right. See you in a bit.